Welcome to the first segment of Exploring Evil and Suffering in Bite-Sized Pieces. This series is going to be an effort to take a hard look in the course of 25 segments at the realities of evil and suffering. These are realities that are inescapable for all of us. I mean, all of us are surrounded by evil in some form or another. And all of us are experiencing suffering in some form or another. The fact of the matter is that we have to deal in a variety of ways continually and daily throughout our lives with evil and suffering. So, with these two realities come questions, and not the least of which are, where does God fit in? Does he fit in at all? How ought we respond to evil and suffering when we are caught up in those struggles? And when people around us, especially people that we love, are caught up in those struggles. So, these are some of the questions that we're going to be exploring. But a good starting point, perhaps, would be to establish some working definitions. Now, there is a distinction and a relationship between evil and suffering. Not all suffering is a result of evil, but evil will always produce suffering. Evil always produces suffering, but not all suffering is a result of evil. Thus, the need for our working definitions. Let's take suffering first. Suffering is the consequence of that which causes harm, inflicts pain, misery, disaster, and the like. And we experience suffering either from physical maladies, which includes bodily aches and pains, as well as mental illness. Or suffering comes from the external environment. It comes to us and hits us, if you will. Natural disasters, earthquakes, tornadoes, hurricanes, and the like. Or the suffering could be the result of the death or some loss of someone or something that we love and cherish very dearly. Or it could be that there's someone that we love and cherish very dearly, and they are suffering, and because they are suffering, we suffer. Another cause of suffering mixed in with these is, of course, evil. Now, the definition, a good working definition of evil, is that which is morally bad or wrong. It is depravity. sin. By definition, evil will always have a moral component. Philosopher and all-around really smart man, Peter Kreeft, has written, things are not evil in themselves. A sword is not evil. Even the stroke of the sword that chops off your head is not evil in its being. In fact, unless it is a good stroke, it will not chop your head off. Where is the evil? It is the will, the choice, the intent, the movement of the soul, which puts a wrong order into the physical world of things. So evil is always perpetrated by the immoral actions of others or of ourselves. So, with these working definitions, over the next 24 segments, we want to explore how we can understand, how we can deal with, and how we ought to respond to evil and suffering.